It's so funny because before I hit start, all of a sudden the ambulance started going off. And then as soon as the ambulance, I couldn't hear it anymore, then the dog started barking. So 911, all of a sudden, like emergencies out of nowhere, unexpected things arising, real alarming, chaos. But then it calms down a little bit because whatever you're going through with the dog barking, it's like the dog represents loyalty. So be grateful that whatever you're going through at this moment, you at least have one person that you can depend on when you fall down. Yeah, and I wasn't going to start it like that, but that was immediately a channeled message. First and foremost, only the energies of truth, peace, God, light, and my highest good may enter here. I love that the dog is still barking. All other energies will immediately be sent back to its sender. I'm grounded. I'm grateful. I'm fully present in the now. I'm fully like aligned. Like the messages just flow easily, and I just be guided to do certain things, and I just follow the instructions. So there's certain things that the collective needs to hear. When I do the energetic readings, right? When I say collective, it's us as a whole, and the way that we can resonate is because I'm tapping into the subconscious of the collective. So I already set the intention over this reading that it be a source of clarity, guidance, and encouragement. May my intuition be clear, balanced, and free from fear, projection, ego, or confusion. So beautiful. So these energies, the collective theme right now that we're experiencing in some way is all about truth, release, rebuilding, and really having emotional clarity. Now, you could be experiencing all of these things. You could be experiencing some in layers, you know. We have entered Cancer season, so the main focus is going to be about home, your heart, intuition, roots, family, patterns, and boundaries. Cancer governs those things. So basically the spiritual message for all of us, because we are all interconnected, okay? We are all experiencing these energetic changes some way, somehow, okay? What is unstable is being revealed, so that peace can become like real, that peace, that life that you vision, that is possible. You know what I mean? But you have to release things. You got to let go of things. And that's just always basically the main lesson, you know, as you grow, as you ascend, you no longer need certain things. You can't have the attachment be real. And once you realize that there is no separation, because we are all interconnected, we are all part of this universe, we are just souls in this physical body. But at the end of the day, really, for real, time is an illusion. Separation is an illusion. So once you get that attachment, once you get that mindset, it's easier to let certain things go from your life, from your experience. I want to go over the many channeled messages that I received for the present moment, for the collective. After that, I decided that I wanted to pull from one tarot deck, and then my original first ever oracle deck, which Sarai picked out for me, the mermaids. It's a story. Because it's Cancer season. Let's talk about it, because Sarai's birthday is June 28th. And it's so, you see how everything, I did not, okay. Anyway, so she picked this deck out for me. It was so many years ago. And Sarai, she's always resonated with mermaids ever since a little girl. I promise you. There was a time frame that she literally wanted seafood, wanted shrimp specifically, all the fucking time, in all types of ways. And in her mind, she really knew that the more, I said she knew, oh man, that the more that she ate seafood, she would turn into a mermaid. She made me get her every type of mermaid thing possible. Did you see that? Kids though, very rare, because I live in the back, like you, wow. Everything in her reading, nothing's a coincidence, okay? She watched Mako Island, something on Netflix, and the other one. But anyway, I wasn't even thinking of that, but I want to pull from this. And this is going to resonate with feminine and masculine energy as well. And this deck, I forget what this one is called. The Wonderland Tarot deck. Okay. But first and foremost, I got so many messages. A lot of you are going through a tower moment right now. Lots of waves of people are having tower moments in their life. And what a tower moment is like a false structure falling away, falling apart, so that a real foundation can finally be seen, be thought of, be planned, be rebuilt. Okay, the tower. When a tower comes in, it's a sudden truth. Sometimes a divine disruption, epiphanies, revelations, a breakthrough, freedom from illusion, literally, from being in the Seven of Cups energy, which is Pisces energy, in fantasy, in having options, or having the illusion of many options. So the freedom of illusion, of the moon, being able to see clearly and not being able to unsee it no matter what. This is Mars energy. It represents needing to take action. Now it's like you have no option but to take, because again, like a tower, for instance, it's like when you repeatedly keep seeing red flags in a relationship, and you just like everything, you keep seeing it, you can't, and you are being shown by the universe like, yo, what the fuck, right? And you don't answer that call, eventually the universe comes in and you don't got no choice. Now you have to let whatever the situation is, the job, a car, a career, you have to leave a state, you have to leave what you wanted for, you know what I mean? Whatever it is, it's going to be different for everybody. Now the universe makes it where now you have to make a way to live or do without to release. Some of you are resisting a very necessary change. Some of you are dealing with a truth that at this moment is being revealed, I think, like privately, but eventually it will be publicly. Others of you are avoiding a very necessary conversation, either it be with yourself, other people. Some of you are avoiding a decision, an ending, a reconstruction of your life, of yourself. I feel like others of you are avoiding like a bigger disruption in order to do that. In order to avoid a bigger one, you have to be honest now. We always feel things spiritually first and then physically, okay? And that's in all ways, okay? Like even our blessings, they are already there spiritually, and then eventually they come out in the physical and we see it. So it's in every sense. The mantra you can say to yourself is, I am safe in my truth, in the truth. What's falling away right now, what you're going to rebuild is better than before. Know that. Don't allow yourself to be taken over by fear, because at the end of the day, fear, it's like a literal, it's kind of, in a sense, maybe not as extreme, but a spirit taking over you, like the spirit that takes over alcoholics, you know what I mean? But this spirit of fear, it literally like locks you to your old realities, like making you really dim your own light. And that is a spirit, you know, because it's something that's taking over you. It's not really you. And God does not give you the spirit of fear. You cannot have faith and say that you believe in God and that you fully trust him and also be in fear, okay? It's a contradiction. And when in that energy of fear, it's literally the lowest frequency that you can be on, like the lowest. So you're vibing real low. So people who think that they're not full of drama or negative, toxic, but they keep themselves in fear, you're literally kind of on that same frequency of the same people that you think are, you know, whatever you're judging other people for. And we all do it. And when, you know, when we get triggered and when we judge, we have to reflect back, because it's something within ourselves. And that is a huge thing that the collective really needs to do, is integrate their shadow. Because there's a lot of audacity, basically. There's a lot of projections. There's a lot of ego. There's a lot of like people having a blind eye to the things around them and within themselves, you know. The same shit that I couldn't stand in other people was because it was in me, or either it was, I noticed it within me, or it was lacking in me. And that's why the shit would get on my nerves, you know. People are really needing to be real as fuck with themselves, because at the end of the day, universe and God is not gonna allow you to look no more blind faith. We're just not in those energies anymore. Tower moments, things are falling away. Things are like, time's up. Your free will for whatever situation is up. Divine will is basically taking over, and that's why the Tower moment comes in. Also, the other energy that I was feeling was the Seven of Swords along with the Tower. Yeah, Tower moments are not punishment, although it feels like it is at that moment, but it's quite literally a liberation from what you already knew was unstable in your life. You have to stop ignoring the signs. Sacred truth. I kept hearing that. I don't know why, because I don't even say things. I don't say sacred truth. Divine will is removing what your soul has outgrown. Another thing that I kept hearing was the truth may be sudden and harsh, but the freedom is real as fuck. Literally. Freedom. That's a mantra. I am free. I am free. Stop rebuilding cracks. Stop rebuilding trap houses. Truth is coming in really real hard in your face. In many ways, like I said, for a lot of us, truths about ourselves that we have not been real with ourselves. Truths about our surroundings, our environments, our relationships. You can't unsee it. Lots of people are waking up to the truth, and people are not resonating with their identities, like who they thought they were, who basically the role that they played, that we all played, just to be safe, just to be accepted. People are no longer wanting to live that anymore because they see the truth. If you haven't, this is a message to really reflect, look within. Everything begins inside first. People are feeling real tired, emotional, extra, and it's because people are moving out of like survival mode. Like, finally breathe. Once you release, a major energetic message here is to have discernment. Discernment is the key tool to have at this moment. Not every connection is an opportunity. Not every emotion deserves like immediate privilege to your energy. I don't know if that even sounded right. What is leaving right now in your life, whatever it is not a loss. Okay? Again, it feels like it in the moment. Sometimes that contract, if it's with a person, whatever it is, that contract, it's up. The contract has been fulfilled in whatever it is. I just kept hearing, like, because when I was channeling these messages, I kept, like, it was like I was in other people's minds, like, thinking about their fears, like, everything that they're reviewing, everything that they're thinking of. This is like, we are ending cycles. We are going through, I don't even know, astrological events, right? Especially, okay, if you were born between the years of 1976 and 1984, we are definitely experiencing a huge change. Cycles are ending. And the reason why, one of the reasons is because Chiron, the wounded healer, is moving from Aries to Taurus. And I took notes, I know, somewhere. And if it's not right here, I'm just going to let it go. But, because this was, okay, so, Chiron, the wounded healer, right? If I remember correctly, he, like, half man, half horse, okay? And he was wounded, like, by accident, but he was never able to fully heal. But he was like different from the other, what are they called, like centaurs, whatever, in mythology, right? Which for real, okay, that's a whole nother story, because I'm already going off track with speaking about this. But he wasn't able to, he was different. He was more intuitive. He wasn't like impulsive. He was a healer, okay? And he wasn't able to fully heal himself, but he healed others, right? And Chiron, it's your core wounds, okay? So from moving from Aries, so the wounds, so now we were taking care of like the minds, right? So now the wounds is shifting to healing your body, because Taurus governs the body, literally. The earth, your resources, stability, what you know is real. Oh shit, I was supposed to be, right? So, but it's your core wounds. And again, Chiron, unable to fully heal, but it's like within your wounds, that core wound is your like greatest lesson. But also, so the people who were born between those years, that Chiron was in the sky in Aries. So we never were able to have this energetic shift to be able to finally heal whatever fucking wounds it is for you. You know, finally let that go. And focus. There's new for people who had a lot of lack, a lot of, you know, financial instability. It's like you could finally get to the root cause of shifting that energetically. Right here, I just saw it. So Chiron governs specifically the wounds that do not fully heal. The place in us that keeps getting touched and keeps hurting, even when we thought we had already dealt with it years ago. The gap between the healer and the healing. The teacher who knows the path but has not fully walked it themselves. The wound Chiron has been carrying through Aries, the sign that it just left, is the wounds of identity around the simple right to exist, right? So now the wound shifts into the right to receive, to have, to enjoy what is already here, what is already fully yours, what is already your full birthright, okay? Impossible things become possible. Healing chronic patterns, money, body, and worth. This, the astrological shifts that we're going through, it influences personal healing related to self-worth, financial security, and physical embodiment. By examining long-standing patterns and subconscious beliefs, navigate the transition of transformation. And healing during this transit is often relational. Many of our wounds around worth and security were formed in relationships with others. These shifts may manifest through changing dynamics in our interactions, helping us rewrite old patterns of behavior. The collective is going through some real life shifts. Truth, clarity, realizations, mental breakthroughs, seeing things for what they are and not being able to unsee them. The truth, uncovering what was concealed. Clarity is exposing the truth. Also, self-deception is breaking. You can't keep lying to yourself about yourself. Sneaky energy is being revealed. Catching something or finally seeing physical proof to something that your spirit has already been feeling. Something old is leaving. And something more aligned is coming in. Now, for some of you guys, right, you could be going through that, it's called something, I forget the right wording for it, because you're kind of in the middle. You already have died to your old self. You've already went through some sort of ego death, but your new you hasn't really fully formed. So you're like kind of in the, it's called something, I forget, but you know what I mean. So it's like lots of confusion. You don't know if, you know what I mean? Don't give up. Don't give up. You didn't get this far just to get this far, okay? The Ace of Swords, truth, clarity, just so much. For others of you, you guys have clouded thinking. There's miscommunication. Truth being blocked, avoided, or not yet integrated, okay? The Seven of Swords is hidden motives, avoidance, silence, sloppiness is being exposed. Hidden matters, your hidden real true self is becoming really hard to conceal. Crossroads expansion. A bigger move is calling your name. Future planning. Fear of stepping out. Hesitation. These are the things that are just being revealed that are can't be unseen or not dealt with. It is uneven giving, strings attached, over giving, being under supported. Reciprocity is needed, mutual support. The energy exchange is going to be fair. Like things are, a lot of people who like, people were getting away with acting as if they were this or that or a certain thing when the real ones were being overlooked. That shit's dead. The real ones win at the end of the day. That's because the real ones don't have, like, you don't have to, what's already understood doesn't need to be explained. You know what I mean? I don't have to keep saying that I am, because my energy already reflects that, you know? Yeah, a lot of goofy, a lot of phonies, fairness, and this is probably why I had this over here too, because this wasn't part of it either. But the 12 laws of karma, the greatest law, you reap what you sow. Law 2, the law of creation, the law of humility, the law of growth, the law of responsibility, the law of connection, the law of focus, the law of giving and hospitality, the law of here and now, the law of change, the law of patience and reward, the law of significance and inspiration. And all of those laws is what karma is. But there's always a season. The wheel's always spinning. And what you give, you will finally receive. And things are getting aligned. It's like the universe is going through a whole tower moment as well. Things are need to be brought back to alignment and balance, collectively, the world, and individually within ourselves. And no one's safe from these. I haven't done a reading for you guys in a long time, so we're gonna set the intentions to bring clarity, confirmation, encouragement, only energies of love, light, for our highest good. That's not part, like, these are pre-shuffled. King of Cups, the Star, the Three of Wands. Real quick. There's this King of Cups, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, doesn't have to be. There's a masculine energy who is emotionally really imbalanced. Real emotions are really all over the place. I don't know if you're watching somebody sail away, somebody move away emotionally from you, or you're waiting on somebody to come back in. You're really needing healing. You're really needing harmony. You're really needing to pour into your own cup. You're really needing to reflect. You could have, the Five of Swords, this was a battle that needed to, it was like people wanted to win at all costs. It's like people wanted to have the last word. People wanted to have a one-up. This was a battle that needed to be let go of. The Ten of Swords, look, it's left you. This was a stab in the back. This was a betrayal. All 10 swords. This was deep, okay? They left you for dead, or you left someone for dead. This is an ending, though, with the 10s. And the Five of Pentacles, this is the energy of lack, feeling like left out in the cold, needing to let a situation be dead, okay? The Six of Wands, this, you could have been dealing with a very arrogant person. The Knight of Swords, time is running out. The Knight of Swords also represents like real impulsive decision making, real just like speaking just out your, like not really thinking about it. At a crossroads. Somebody's at a crossroads. You could have been dealing with a King of Wands, or you can be a King of Wands, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, really needing to take action. Okay? Look at this Empress. She's been through some shit. Her one shoe's off. The little girl is helping her get her jacket on. She has her wand like ready to attack just in case. But at the end of the day, she's like shielding her heart as well. She's protecting her heart, because at the end of the day, she got that Empress role because she has been through some shit, and she still remains humble. She still stayed loving. She didn't let her circumstances make her cold, okay? And this is a gift, okay? So a lot of people could resonate with that. A lot of people, this is like, you're almost there, okay? The Six of Wands, this is success, victory, winning. This is recognition, finally being appreciated for who you've been. I always get the 3 cards. Let me stop right there because I don't even know which one was the 3, but the 2 that did come out are the 10 of Pentacles and the Queen of Swords, okay? Now, the Queen of Swords, again, the sword, air energy, Libra, Aquarius. Why am I getting stuck? Wait, hold on. Libra, Gemini, okay? Libra, Aquarius, and Gemini energy. But the fact that do you see how she has that sword straight up? Like, and then she looks mean as hell, because thank God she's not reversed. But the Queen of Swords, again, she's ready to cut anything. And it's just energy. This could be a he, a she, okay? You could be a man that's in this energy. But the Queen of Swords, she's ready to cut anything out her life. She's ready to speak her truth at all times. She lives in authenticity, because she has been through some shit to have that real sword up, that high too. And she's sitting on her throne and she's not letting go. The red represents the sacral chakra, mother energy, needing to heal mother wounds. But the 10 of Pentacles, man, she's not letting anything get to, and the 10 of Pentacles, look at what her peace is, right? The 10 of Pentacles, the Pentacles is stability, is our resources, our money, our coins, right? She has her stability in finally being at peace, being able to rest. And she's cutting anything, anyone, anything out that dares to sabotage that piece. There was a lot of healing. There was a lot of endings. There was a lot of healing that was needed. Look, there's a lot of red. There was choices that needed to be made. But a lot of you have reached this point. Others of you, this is a message here that the Empress, even this could be a wife, you could be a mother, and you've been really going through a really, really, really rough time, right? Especially with your younger children, right? Financially. You could have been dealing with a very arrogant person, or you don't even have to be. But whoever this Empress is like, whatever role you've been playing, whatever you've been, it just no longer resonates with you. And in order for you to build a life for your own self, you have to release expectations of yourself, okay? We have the King of Swords, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, along with the Queen of Cups. So we have the King of Swords, and I put her back in, the Queen of Swords. So this is a counterpart. This can be a husband, a wife. And he has his sword up really high too. But this is Humpty Dumpty sat on the wall. Humpty Dumpty had a great fall. Humpty Dumpty, whatever the rest of the story is. But the King of Swords, he's very cutthroat, okay? The King of Swords can be an authority figure. This could be a cop as well. It doesn't have to be, but it's like his truth and only his truth. Like, it could only be that way. But Humpty Dumpty had a great fall, and there's some sort of truth, clarity that's being exposed. Hell yeah, with this Ace of Swords, and it's like a wand along with the sword. So there, we have this Queen of Cups here. So we had the King and Queen of Swords, and now we have this other queen. So it doesn't necessarily have to be another person, but it can be, especially when there's some sort of truth regarding a wand. Somebody could have been using manipulation sexually to get there's some sort of truth behind that. But the Queen of Cups, this can be another feminine energy. This Queen of Cups is Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. Doesn't have to be. Very emotionally balanced, intuitive, very grounded. She's very put together. She has her own cup, and it's really big. But there's definitely some sort of truth. Lots of swords, lots of cutting away, lots of clarity, revelations. Lots of, I see also like cutting away of things are needed to be able to reach this Ace of Pentacles. And again, our resources, our stability, our tangible items are being looked at, reviewed, what we deserve, what we are able to receive. Okay, the World, and this is the card that I told you. Okay, so we have this King of Cups. So then we have the other counterpart, but look at this King of Cups. He's emotionally imbalanced, trying to give his cup. But how is he trying to give his cup when his emotions are all over the fucking place? This King of Cups could be very emotionally manipulative, very unstable emotionally. The Hermit, Virgo energy, needing to isolate, reflection, needing to seek the light within. This is a spiritual journey. Because the Two of Pentacles, you see, very juggling resources, juggling finances, emotions, people. Somebody's really needing to go, this masculine is really needing to go on a journey of self-reflection, needing to really like isolate to be able to get your balanced, to get your emotions balanced here. Because I don't know, somebody's reaping what they've sown. The same pain that you give to others is gonna eventually be the same pain you feel. Okay? And it's like whoever this masculine is has wounded every feminine. And at some point, you're gonna have a lot of projections, lots of narcissistic energy, lots of emotional baggage that this masculine has been wanting this other energy to hold for them. The Seven of Swords is the self-deception card. Look at this. It's like, first of all, he's in a circus, and he's trying to get away with something. He's trying to, there's hidden motives, being sneaky. This is, getting away with shit, real, like tiptoeing. But with the World card, this cycle is over. It's done for the, like, somebody needs to release this energy. And it doesn't need, it could just be this masculine that is, not necessarily a bad person, but not wanting to, hold their own emotions, projecting a lot, causing a lot of emotional instability. But somebody's gonna need to cut this energy out to be able to fully embody your Empress energy, because there's an energy here that's not being fully rewarded, their gifts or their breakthrough, because this other energy is not supposed to reap from that. Because there's lack of accountability, trying to sneak away into this new cycle. It's like this person's like taking 5 swords but leaving 2 because they have their intention is to go back and get the other 2. Somebody's really needed to let go of this fucking toxicity. That shit just like what does this person need to know? And you already know what it is. The Ten of Wands, this burden is heavy. You've been carrying this load, and so many tens. It's an ending. Let it go, because the Ace of Wands. Once you let look, the 10 of Wands to the Ace of Wands, once you let that heavy ass burden go, you finally are able to have a passionate new beginning. Not only is the universe already giving you the Ace of Pentacles, a stable new beginning, the universe is wanting to give this Empress energy, an Ace of Pentacles and the Ace of Wands. But there's some sort of release that's needed. You already know what you need to release. Your breakthrough, the doors are not opening. The opportunities are not coming in because of this other energy that's pulling on you. The Ace of Wands represents passionate new beginnings within creative ventures, within things that you're very passionate about that are going to bring in so much success, prosperity. Your passion is coming back. This could be a passionate new beginning within yourself, like the self-love. But the wand is being given to you, to this Empress, to be like, you are the magician. Here's the wands. You can manifest what you want. But in order to do that, you got to let this go. And you already know what it is. And this is, all of us can resonate with this. This is what I've been speaking about, because this cycle has come to an end. There's nothing more that you could learn or from this King of Cups. This situation is causing too much emotional imbalance, and someone is not wanting to do what they got to do to balance these energies out. This is the Queen of Wands. Now it's the Queen of Wands. You're gonna, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, you're gonna need to take action, get mad, and because look, the Queen of Wands, she's had so much passion. She's had so many creative ideas, but she's been fucking with this King of Wands that's been looking the other way. And now she's like, feels like she's getting older. Time's running out. And that cat, follow your intuition. She's in the desert. Shit's dry. Because you're caring, you're this could be self-sabotage too. This doesn't even have to be with regarding another person. This could be the lies that you tell yourself to keep yourself, to try to tell yourself that you are okay. Yeah. Let me clarify these energies, please, for the collective. There we go. The King of Swords, again, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. You know the truth. There's a truth regarding this Gemini, Libra, or an Aquarius. The Magician being very manipulative. Cause the Nine of Wands. This is like a wounded warrior. Just wounded. You could have kids with this person. This could be somebody from your childhood. There's something being illuminated. Something has been revealed regarding this masculine energy. There's something that you can't unsee. Maybe this person had a lot of option. There's a lot of confusion. There's a lot of there's an illusion. You've been under an illusion in this relationship, acting as if it was a 10 of Cups. But the Ace of Wands, there has been a lot of manipulation here. You have to take your wands back and go back to being that Empress energy, because I think with that Seven of Cups, me looking at it again, this person has been dabbing into those options, but not all those options are good. The Four of Pentacles, holding on to your energy. Being very greedy, not wanting to let you go, not wanting you to become single, not wanting to let go of this relationship. And this is why this Tower moment is happening. The Four of Swords, there is an ending that is needed. It is very necessary in order for you to become successful, in order for you to finally receive that appreciation. You need to seek answers within. You could finally go on this journey of self inner wisdom and this journey of finding who you truly are. This King of Pentacles, a husband, a provider, needing to your finances. You can become this King of Pentacles. It is going to start small. The gift of clarity, the gift of truth, the gift, like what you needed to be able to finally cut something out. But for others of you, with the Ace of Swords along with the Page of Cups, you could be receiving truth that either you're pregnant or somebody's pregnant, somebody is having a baby. The Page of Cups, little girl, the Ace of Swords. But the universe is wanting to gift you with all of these new beginnings. The opportunity of these new beginnings, but somebody is not allowing, somebody's not answering the call, somebody's refusing. But it's like you're not gonna be able to stop resisting. This is for your highest good. Message for the collective guidance. We have Yamaya, grandmother, ocean, primordial, the ocean, water, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, healing your emotions, your ancestors, tap in. Look, and she just had a baby too. Oh, yes, birthing something. The number 34, 7, God, being authentic, speaking your truth, releasing something so that you can be able to rebirth something within yourself. Energy field adjustment, aura cleansing, and health. You're really needing a cleansing. You're really needing a cleansing of your environment, your mind, body, and soul. Time and tide, oceanic spells and rituals. I don't want to say that for everybody, but there is manipulation as far as rituals, as far as sex magic, as far as like holding on to your energy. You're really needing to release. You're really needing to cleanse. Coral's wisdom, delicacy, fragile. Works that are created over great periods of time. Okay? And homeland, arrival, a journey. Needing to go on a journey of self. The last card that flew out was Atlantis. More water energy. Rapid development, excellence, and success. Once she frees herself, it's like once you free yourself of all of these things or this one thing, it's like rapid movement. Like you have so much that you're not tapping into because this is taking too much. The number 19, okay? Blue, healing, really needing to heal. Indigo, Cancer. But air, breathing deep, entering into life, exchange of life-bringing energies. Somebody breathing life back into you. The present, gift, treasure, revelation of own value, and nowness. The number 12, 3, life path number 3. But living in the present now, in the present moment. Tapping into your gift, your treasure, finally getting that treasure box. Revelation, you're finally having that truth within yourself of who you are. Nowness, like living in the now. Taking your power back. This is also sacral chakra. This is also the solar plexus. Your action, your solar plexus and your sacral chakra really need to be cleansed. And you're really needing to, there's a lot of manipulation Really needing to come back to yourself, needing to tap into your ancestors, receptivity, allow yourself to receive, allow yourself to give, divine sexuality, transparency, honest, authentic, genuine, present, sacrifice. There are those worth making, and there are those that will destroy you. I'm going to leave you with that.